Alright, what's good, people? This your boy, One Hustler 88, which is formerly known as Mike P 1981. And today, which is actually Tuesday, I'm going to talk about the PS4 and the Xbox 720 having a launch to release their consoles at a secretive time and a secretive event. Now, personally, E3 is like the most biggest event for the gaming community in the gaming world. If you into video games, you definitely have to watch E3. If you're not into E3, then something's wrong with you. You must not be a gamer, but I'm just playing. But make sure that if you watch E3, recently E3 always show games, new release, world premieres of games. But the PS4 and the Xbox 720, I read an article which I'm on right now, which is mcvuk.com. I think it's basically a computer or a video game website. But anyway, I read in an article that the PS4 and the Xbox 720 is supposed to set off their launch at a separate event other than the E3. Who knows what might happen? E3 might have the PS4 and the Xbox 720. Microsoft and Sony show off their consoles at that event, but who knows? We got to see what happened. But this article says it's supposed to come out in March. And the PS4 and the Xbox 720, everybody's talking about it on YouTube. It's like the two consoles, even the Steam box is being talked about on YouTube. Every gamer is talking about these two next generation consoles that's coming out. And the PS4 and the Xbox 720 is like a competitive sport for Sony and Microsoft. Sony and Microsoft have to study each other. They study each other. They study ways to enhance the console for the consumers to actually get into what they're talking about. Get into the different types of strategies that they can navigate into. Say for example, Xbox 360 or the PS3, they have a different way of navigating through like Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. I think the same thing with the PS4 and the Xbox 720. They're trying to navigate ways to enhance or capture the audience to buying their product. The product is a way of gaining more profit. Recently with the Sony had Sony patent with the Sony patent, they basically prohibit used games. They signed the Sony patent because of not using used games. So this is not confirmed by Sony. So basically, we definitely don't know if it's going to be true. They did the same thing with the PS3. I read an article and it was basically saying that the PS3, before the PS3 had just came out, they basically had said that Sony had signed a patent to not use games through their next console. But also with Sony, I was looking at a video on IGN on YouTube, and it was basically saying that this time Sony is trying to release their console before probably the Xbox 720. They trying to make sure that they release it at a certain date at a certain time as the Xbox 720, but they probably want to do it earlier. But hopefully, I hope they take their time with that console. I hope Sony and Microsoft take their time with that console, and it's a competitive sport for the PS4 and the Xbox 720. They trying to strategize ways to enhance their console and capture the audience through different technologies. different graphics, different chords to that navigate in a faster technique. And I've been hearing that the PS4 and the Xbox 720 is supposed to be way more bigger and way more faster than the PC console. And I never played the PC consoles before, but the PS4 and the Xbox 720 is like it's like a stronger console. It's a stronger megabyte concerning games, concerning the graphics. But I'm gonna read a snippet of this article. I'm not gonna get into the whole thing. I'm just gonna read just a little bit of it. It says, it adds, E3 in June may be the industry biggest event. But both companies want to give their system their own limelight. That doesn't mean that E3 won't be without surprise. Next gen games will be announced at the convention in preparation for the system release at the end of the year. Also, the highlighted is much rumored belief that Sony is determined not to let the new Xbox enjoy any sort of significant market lead over its own device. We hear that the Sony in particular is determined not to come at last this time like the PS3 did the generation is reckoned. We have to see how Sony get the the PlayStation 4 out of the door, and whether Microsoft is motivated to prevent this from happening. As I was saying previously in this video, I said that they want to have something that's separate. They want to like brighten the audience to be surprised at the concert. They want to be so, because it's supposed to come out in March. This is a rumor. This is not confirmed by anybody, by Sony or by Microsoft. But the PS4 and the Xbox 720 is like a competitive sports for them. They want to make sure that the customers would be pleased and be convenient of what they buy concerning their strategies to capture the audience. But personally, I can feel it like seriously that the PS4 and the Xbox 720 is gonna be like is gonna be like way more better graphics. It's probably not gonna be like more like just but realistic feel, but it's gonna be just like it's gonna be more enhanced. It's gonna be an upgrade, a much more HD type of graphics. I've been hearing that the Xbox 720 and the PS4 is supposed to be just like Avatar, but we have to see what happened. But tell me what you think about this video. And one more thing, I'm going to post a link at the bottom of the description so you can look and see for yourself, so you can investigate this article that I read to you just so far. But tell me what you think about this video. Leave your thoughts, comments, and please subscribe to this channel. The Xbox 720 and the PS4 is supposed to have a separate event, which I'm really feeling. I hope they don't. Well, I hope they show it in E3, but hopefully they have it at a separate event that's coming up. They need a separate event, a separate way to capture the audience. If they put it in E3, if they show that in E3 and display it on E3, then eventually it's not gonna grow. It's not gonna blow up the gaming community. But tell me what you think about this video. Subscribe this channel. Subscribe my channel, One Hustler 88. Leave your thoughts, and I'm out. Peace.